Hello friends, I welcome you all for next lecture of unit number 2. In last lecture, we had just started with the important point from unit number 2, that is points, crossings and turnout. So in last lecture, we had gone through the points or switches. Now next is the crossings. So we are going to discuss about the necessity, the various components and various types of crossings. The crossings are also called as a frog, and it is a device which provides two flange ways through which the wheels of the flanges may move when two rails intersect each other at an angle, and this gap is provided from throw to the nose of a crossing. So the necessity of these points and crossings is diversion of train from one track to another is controlled automatically by wheel flanges, as that unlike steering the wheels of roadway vehicles. Points and crossings are special arrangement for this diversion, and it provides flexibility of movement by connecting one line to another. If we see the components of crossings, it basically consists of a crossing or a V-piece, it also consists of point and splice rails, it consists of wing rails which facilitate the entry and exit of flange wheels to the gap. It also consists of check rails which assures the correct movement of wheel flanges and guides the wheel properly. Means for guiding the wheels properly, check rails are provided, and for entry and exit of the wheel at the gap is provided by the wing rails. The another components of crossings are chairs, blocks and packing below wing rails at toe and throat. So we will see all these components in various types of crossings, in which figures shows the various components. The types of crossing consist of, the types are categorized based on shape of crossing. So first type is the acute angle crossing, which is also called as V crossing or frog. Second type is the obtuse angle crossing or diamond crossing. Third is the square crossing, and next classification is based on assembly of crossing. So first is the spring or movable wing crossing, and second is the ramp crossing. So now we will discuss all these types one by one. First is the acute angle crossing, and such type of crossing are widely used. Here it is called as acute angle crossing because angle of intersection of approaching rails is acute, and it mainly consists of point and splice rail along with the wing rails and check rails. So here figure 1 shows acute angle crossing, in which we can see the wing rails are provided. This is a wing rail, this is also a wing rail, means all these are provided in a pair. Here we can see this is a splice rail, this is a point rail. Here this is a flare, and this is a flange way through which the wheels can move. So this is called as a heel of crossing, this is called as a toe of crossing. So here this portion is called as a throat, and figure 2 shows the actual track in which the rail is moving. So this is a railing direction. So here we can see this is a railing direction. So the approaching train from this direction making an angle of alpha, here a crossing angle, and this angle is a acute angle, therefore it is called as a acute angle crossing. This point is called as a theoretical point of crossing, and this is called as a actual nose of crossing. So these points will be discussed in the last slide or last PPT of this lecture. Second type is the obtuse angle crossing. So when left hand rail of one track crosses right hand rail of another track or vice versa at an obtuse angle, then it is called as a obtuse angle crossing. So here figure 3 shows obtuse angle crossing, in which we can see these are the two check rails. This is a point rail and this is a splice rail. Similarly, this is a point rail and this is a splice rail, and these are the running rail. So here left hand rail, here we can see this is a left hand rail and this is a right hand rail. In last lecture itself, we had discussed how to identify the right hand component and left hand component. So here this is a V crossing, so you have to stand here. So the components to your right hand are called as right hand turnout or right hand crossing, and the components to your left hand are called as a left hand crossing or left hand turnouts or left hand switches or points. So here the left hand rail of one track crosses the right hand rail of another track, and it makes an angle which is called as the obtuse angle. Here we can see this is the angle made by two rails with each other, and therefore it is called as a obtuse angle crossing. Next type is the square crossing. So in this, two tracks cross at right angles, and such crossings are rarely used in actual practice. So here figure 5 shows a square crossing. Here we can see the two tracks are crossing each other at an right angle, therefore it is called as a square crossing. Here the photo 6 or figure 6 shows a right angle crossing. Here we can see this is a one track and this is a another track, and these are crossing each other at a right angle, therefore it is called as a square crossing. But such type of crossings are not in general practice or in actual practice. Next type is the diamond crossing. So here diamond crossing is nothing but when two tracks crosses each other at an angle which is less than 90 degree, then it forms a diamond shape. So here figure 8 shows a diamond crossing. So here we can see these are the stock rails. Figure 8 shows the diamond crossing. These are the stock rails and these are the check rails. These are the check rails. So here we can see the angle made by these rails with each other is less than 90 degree and forms a shape like a diamond, therefore it is called as a diamond crossing. And figure 7 or photo 7 shows a diamond crossing. So here we can see a shape of diamond is formed and therefore it is called as a diamond crossing. So this is about the crossings and its types. So with this we will stop here and we'll continue in the next lecture with the various types of turnouts. Thank you.